Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. We'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. To get underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Down to the final 8 now, quarterfinal matchups at neutral locations, Kirk, and that means one team, which won a conference championship, is rested. The other team is coming off an emotional win just a week ago.
And Chris, the prevailing thought would be, boy, the team that gets a chance to rest would be in a better position. But as we saw in 2024, the teams that got that rest, they lost their rhythm. And I think the teams that had a chance to play, they continue to stay in their routine, and it really benefited them. Let's see how it plays out today.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Back to pass. It's Klubnik. What a catch! Oh, he breaks free, still going. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
Another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, it seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre.
He's in the clear. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Boy, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel rhythm between a quarterback and a receiver. Nice job again, getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
And looking to throw now on first down. He escapes the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete. We tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. But it's incomplete. They missed an opportunity, and now it's 4th down. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense out there for their first possession. Let's check out the impact players in this game, guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. They're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coaches told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
Fires it to the wide end. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Threw it behind the receiver.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. To the air, it's Stockton. Grab down the middle, it's Thomas. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain, nice play there. Georgia getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it again. The pocket breaking down. Well, down he goes. It's a sack.
Boy, great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett. Of course, most recently, Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Caught over the middle. It's Young. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. With the catch, it's Young. And the defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's 4th down. They'll kick it away here. And the ball rolls dead.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, are you kidding me? That's how you flip the field in your favor. That's for the brand. What an absolute bomb. They pinned him inside the 5-yard line.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They've got the lead, but had settled for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. Backed up at the 1, he's going to throw it. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and to keep him short of the 1st down.
Up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. The back's got it again. They'll stop him on a small gain here, trying to run for it on 3rd and long. He came up well short. And the Tigers will line up to kick it away. This will be the first punt tonight for this offense. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They reversed a punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Quick pass, the catch is made. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
2nd down after that previous play. Grab behind the line. It's Young. Breaks into the clear. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. It was a 1st and 10 play. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff to the back. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
It's a quick grab. Brought down. The completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up.
Well, this is why running the football is so important.
And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Georgia. They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. He had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They're coming off a quick 3 and out. So looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
I'll give the defense a lot of credit there. They were ready for this option play. Good awareness and containment to be able to force them into this upcoming 3rd down situation.
Grab down the middle. It's Brown. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. That's the RPO. Caught to the right. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
3rd down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. Got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
The decision to go for it doesn't work out this time. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He'll hand it off. Powers through.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Looking deep down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Dogs will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They keep beating the running back, but he's had nowhere to go, so they've been dominant at the line of scrimmage.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They make the tackle, but that screen pass call worked out. They gained the first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
A new set of downs after that completion. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking deep down the right side. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's an incompletion here. I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Using his legs here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be fair caught at the 35-yard line. And now the first play of this drive. They'll begin at the 36. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, Chris, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense. But you think about where Clemson's been for the last 10 or 12 years, I think their defense deserves as much credit as guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. This defense has gone to a different level, and that's why they're a national contender every single year.
Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain, brings up 4th down. And the Bulldogs will line up to punt it away. And that sets up a return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense swarms him in the backfield. They have nowhere to run. Loses 2 yards. They lose yards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 16. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag and doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Running back grabs it on a screen. And the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's 4th down. And the Tigers will have to kick this away. Coverage team brings down the returner. So first play of the drive coming here. They'll start at their own 49. Caught behind the line. It's Bell. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark. But
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking downfield near the end zone. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. The Bulldogs will bring their punt team onto the field. And he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. The punt will bounce out of bounds down near the 20-yard line. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. The back's got it. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. A deep shot to the right. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Breaking free at the 35. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 49.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Breaking free at midfield. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
Oh, man, what a read here by this quarterback. You know, he's trying to keep it himself until the defense takes him away. Good job at pitching it. And how about the skill guys on this offense? Can they cover some ground? Great pickup for this offense.
Going absolutely nowhere for a loss.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Taking a shot deep down the right side. It is intercepted. Breaks into the open. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, they're rewarded for going to this nickel package, getting more awareness on the field with that 5th defensive back, and a nice job of coming up with this interception.
First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Pre-snap motion from the offense. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Getting set. Here's second down. To throw. It's Stockton. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Looks right for a quick completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle finally made at the 37. First and 10 from there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, the magnitude of these CFP matchups is always on another level.
The Tigers will kick this away to begin the second half. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Offense begins at the 40 after that penalty. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. They'll run it here. Great cut there. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Important second down play coming up. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, let's face it, they dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. The guards will line up to boot it away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. We'll see what he can do with the return. Returner tackled right there after they start the drive. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. Gives it to the back. Now here he goes. They got him down out near the 40.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Tailback takes the handoff again. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Hands off to the left. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. ground. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He is strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He'll return it from inside the 5. The coverage team able to bring him down. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
It's a shovel pass, complete. Here comes the shovel pass. Zero running room, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Third down play for this offense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Grab near the sticks. It's Young. Who's in the clear? Tackle made after a big gain.
One of the great things about this offensive scheme is how they spread the defense out. Put a lot of pressure on them because they create a lot of space in the middle. They've been able to get the ball to this slot receiver time and time again.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Young. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Looking to throw again. Over the middle. It's Thomas. They finally make the stop with the offense threatening down. First down to the 27. You guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Quick completion to the tight end. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years years, he's always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, it seemed like the offense is trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Finds his man. Has the first down. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game. So we have a chance. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bell. Tackled at the 8 after the completion.
Great job here by this defense on the wide receiver screen. All that receiver's looking for is just a small little seam to be able to get vertical and show what kind of speed he has. The defense did not let him get started. That's good hustle and a nice play.
He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Dogs. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They settled for a field goal last time out. Let's see what they can do this time. The first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. Pass complete and second down now. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. He's got it with room to run. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
Boy, nice job by the receiver of selling this route to the outside. Created enough space back to the inside. And there's the timing again between the quarterback and the receiver, giving him a chance to come up with some yards.
Breaks into the clear. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job for containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big...
Here he goes. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
First and goal, handoff. He's swarmed by the defense. That's a second and goal play for the offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for 6. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. So They get the touchdown. Now looking for the two-point conversion to tie this one up late. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And he doesn't make it. Stopped short, and the defense preserving a two-point lead here. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The offense begins this drive, backs to their own goal line, set up at the 3. Using his legs, it's Frazier. Can't get out past the 2, but at least they stay out of the end zone.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the fourth quarter.
Offense getting set. It's second down. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. The tight end makes the catch. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see this second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put his safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He cannot escape, it's a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
Here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Looking deep to the right side. He dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. Dogs bring their punt team onto the field. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the return brought down by the coverage team there. Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. Handoff here from the shotgun. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Moves out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, this is why this guy's looked at as one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. He can throw it, he can spin it downfield, but also he's a threat to be able to take off and go just like this. Puts so much pressure on this defense.
Running play called on third and short. And they do pick up first down yardage. Set up now at the 44.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
QB decides to keep it here. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Now it's second down here. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Looking for the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
On third down, he drops to throw. That's reeled in. It's Brown. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. It comes down to this in this playoff game, fourth quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. It comes down to this in this playoff game, fourth quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? A play action, looking to throw. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Looking to scramble. He's in the clear. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. The field goal is good. And they claim the lead here in the final couple minutes.
But there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the fourth quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. A chance to survive and advance in the playoff is on the line right here. They need points on this possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to pass. It's Stockton. The short hands. It's Frazier. It's out of bounds. It's a short gain on the play.
Well, just a really heads-up play by this receiver. Yeah, he maybe could have fought to get the first down, but I love the fact he got out of bounds. You save your timeouts. You stop the clock. The offense has a chance to regroup, and now you're in striking distance to get the right play called at the right time.
They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37. Looking to throw yet again. He's got it on a crossing route. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23. First down, looking to throw the ball. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up to the sack at a crucial moment. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? On the ground, it's Frazier. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The defense takes their third and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline. It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter, Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. Completion, that's about 9 yards. Not enough for the first, and it's 4th down. So now I have a field goal attempt. One of the biggest moments of this game so far. Here we go. A chance to take the lead in the final seconds. Knocks that one right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates. They've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And the first play of the drive now for the 25. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. To throw, it's Klubnik. Looking for a late deep shot. He's got it on the left side for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. First down here for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Snags the quick throw. So they make the tackle what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. In these playoff games, it's win or go home. So one side can continue to dream about the national championship. The other side suddenly, Kurt, their season is over. But it's been a good ride.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. You know, it's easy to focus on the team that advances. And they should be happy, obviously. They had a great year. They're going to continue to go on. But the team that comes up a little bit short, you know, you can see the emotion down on the field right now. They put so much into this year. Hopefully they'll be able to learn from this and come back even stronger next year.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.